When I used to work my 9-to-5 job as an engineer, I used to go into the airport every single day through a security checkpoint. As a security checkpoint, there's a security guard that I became friends with over 2 years. Every single day when I go into work, he would go inspect my car. During that time period, him and I would always talk about our daily lives and have a lot of small talk between these sessions. A year goes by and something interesting happens one day. During this time, it's the month of Ramadan and I'm currently fasting. I'm going into work for my night shift. I meet my same friend who comes and inspects my car. He's very happy, very eager to see me, and tells me, Hamza, Ramadan Mubarak. In my head, I'm thinking, it's Philadelphia, it's probably cultured enough to know what Ramadan is, knows that I'm Muslim, and tells me Ramadan Mubarak, and I think nothing of it. He then offers me 2 water bottles and 2 dates, and says, this is for your suhoor. I know how busy you are at work, and you probably won't have time to eat. And in my head, I'm thinking, wow, this guy's really cultured and knows a lot about my religion, knows a lot about the customs of Ramadan. At this point, I get curious. I ask him, brother, how do you know so much about Ramadan and how do you know so much about how it works? He looked me dead in the eyes and told me, brother, I am Muslim myself. For an entire year, I had no clue because his name tag on his shirt that he wore to work every single day was a regular name. He was either John or Jonathan. He looked like your average black guy in Philadelphia, and I really never thought of it. From my experience being born in Canada, 99% of black Muslims that I ever met in Canada were always from Africa, and this person did not have an African name. I then asked this person to tell me about their life story and tell me exactly how are you Muslim, what exactly happened, and what led you here. Long story short, he gave me a really good summary of how he grew up in the hood of Philadelphia, how he saw a lot of his friends go to prison, and saw a lot of his friends get into drugs, and saw a lot of his friends die on the streets. Along that journey, he came across someone that showed him what Islam was. Whoever that person was took him to the mosque one time. And after that one time, he asked him, can I come with you every single day to the mosque and learn as much as I possibly can? After about 2 months, he then converted to Islam, said his Shahada, and was a Muslim. Now, what he said next really got to me and actually touched me in a very emotional way. He then spent the next 7 to 8 months visiting a madrasa, a mosque, every single day just to learn Arabic. I could not believe that this person who was born in America, who just converted recently, already knew fluent Arabic. I actually tested him and said, please say something in Arabic, that way I know you're not joking around with me. And it blew my mind how fluent and how amazing his Arabic was. I thought to myself, in my head, I was born Muslim. My wife is Arab, she's Lebanese, she speaks Arabic, and I don't even have the time to dedicate to myself to learn Arabic, even though I should be the one who should probably learn it first before him. In my head, I came up with so many excuses as to why I actually haven't learned Arabic yet. Too busy with my job, don't have enough time, don't have enough resources. I came up with every single excuse in the book as to why I simply couldn't do it. Fast forward 2 years later, as you guys know the story, I became a millionaire, living that millionaire lifestyle, got all the time and freedom back in the world, quit my 9-to-5, and now live a life of doing whatever I want. And you know what the ironic part is? I chased everything just so I can have freedom to do the things that I said I would do if I would ever get freedom, and still, I don't know Arabic. The reality of the situation is that the majority of us come up with a lot of excuses as to why we can't do something if somebody else can do it in front of us. I came up with every single excuse in the book as to why I don't know Arabic yet, while someone standing right in front of me dedicated 6 to 8 months of his time while working a full-time job, while working night shift, to learn a language that he just converted into. It's all about priorities. In the last 2 years, I never put a priority of me learning that language, even if I said I wanted to. Because if you make something a priority, you're gonna get it done. The majority of you that are watching this video have told yourself, I'm gonna start that business, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna start that side hustle, but you haven't done anything in the last 2 years. The last 3, the last 4, even the last 5 years of your life have been the exact same since today. And probably at this rate, for the next 2 or 3 years, the next 4 or 5 years, your life still won't change. You're still going to be a wagee, you're still going to be a part of the matrix, and you're still going to be a corporate slave. If somebody put a gun to your spouse's head and said you have 6 months to come up with a business that makes at least $10,000 a month, by the next 2 weeks, you probably would have already figured it out and probably would have already started a business making $10K a month. Because of that urgency, because of that it factor, because you know you have no other choice, and because you know if you don't, what's going to happen is a dire consequence that you don't want happening. For me, my situation was, if I don't start this business, if I don't work hard as I can, if I don't delay my gratification and save every dollar that I have, then I'll be stuck being a corporate slave for the rest of my life. And it simply can't go down as that being my history, as Hamza Zafar was a corporate slave sitting at a desk doing bullshit for their entire life. If you really want to accomplish something, you have to make it your #1 priority. Even me, myself, I am guilty of this. There have been a lot of things that I've been wanting to do for the last 2 years that simply put off because I said to myself, I don't have time. Now I have all the time in the entire world. I never have to work anymore. I don't have to do a single thing and still those things aren't done because for me at this point, I didn't put them as a top priority. So I need to reshape my mind and I need to do better on doing the things that I say are important to me and actually making them a priority. Just as you as the person watching this video, whether it's learning a new language, starting a new business, starting a side hustle, quitting your 9 to 5, starting a new relationship, getting married, whatever it is, you're not actually going to accomplish it unless you make it your #1 priority and actually go out there and make it happen.